There he is, in the prime truck. It's Logan Paul. Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Letha. I am Travis.
Hi, everybody.
Leopold's down there on our lap.
Hey,
Looks like we're on the go-home show for the
SummerSlam
SummerSlam.
pay-per-view. Logan
Logan
got
Paul
his
showed up in his prime
tiny
truck.
little mascot, whoever that guy
And
is.
some little teeny guy with him.
That's his mascot guy.
It's like Vince and Shawn Michaels back in the day.
Basically. Anyways, we got some people in the chat. We got Janelle out there, says hi, hello. Robert Warney's with us tonight. Hey, Robert says, what up, what up? You ready for the weekend? What party plans you got? And Chris Connie's also in the chat. Hey, Chris, good to see you tonight. Says, hey, Travis and hey, how's it going? Got some partying to do this weekend? Chris says, lots of bombshell news about AEW. Apparently, DMD is separated from Adam Cole, which is wonderful news.
That's fantastic
No
news.
way. She finally dumped the baggage. Good for her. Maybe she'll get back to being normal.
I heard he's never going to wrestle again.
Well, we know he's a lame-o, so
I do know that she said something about MJF's girlfriend, and MJF got mad and punched the wall, and she got suspended for 2 weeks. By Human Resources.
Ooh.
Because he punched the wall.
They have a Human Resources? Is that something
business.
new that Tony Khan decided to put in place because of
Yeah,
the almost getting assaulted by CM Punk?
Other things, yeah, that had gone on. Cody Rhodes in a suit, though. We do know the main event tonight. They just announced it. It was the DIY versus the Bloodline story.
It's like very English, dapper-looking suit.
Yeah, I like it.
I do, too. He wears pretty nice suits most of the time anyways. Robert says, how y'all doing? Doing pretty good, Robert. Just surviving a heat wave. How about yourself? Chris says, but it's a double-edged sword because DMD said something about MJF, so she got suspended because she said something about his girlfriend. Yeah, it's funny that you and Travis are on the same wavelength. Chris says probably because she wants to bang MJF. She probably is just feeling jealous, even though she is the one who left Adam Cole.
Bebe.
Well, he has no ambitions, so I really don't blame her.
Have you seen him?
She is a professional dentist, like for real. She built her career, went to school, built her career, has a practice. He probably does nothing but lives off her kite strings. Like, fuck him. Good for her. Tell him to get the fucking lost. Maybe she'll actually do better about herself. I feel like since she started being with him and them showing them together, she went downhill as not only as a person, but as a wrestler. I hope when she took her time off, it was to reflect on that.
Yeah, reflections.
Ravi's in the chat. Hey, Ravi, good to see you. Says, yo, big up if you like wrestling and chat and banter. There is no better place to be than Wrestling Gab.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ravi, for the positive vibes, man. Robert's like, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Well, that's what we do. Here we ask. Killer Cyber Slayer is in the chat. Hey, Cyber Slayer.
Cyber Slayer.
Says, hey, what's up?
Hey.
What's up?
Hey.
What's up?
What's up?
Robin says, yeah, do you went to see Dr. Burt Baker for her teeth? Why would I go all the way to Pittsburgh from...
It's called Britsburg. They rebranded it.
That's like clear on the other side of the continent for me. Think you know. Chris says, I know, it's funny. Cole moved to Britsburg, her town, and yet she lives in Florida. And Chris says she also had mini stroke. That's also why she was gone. Yeah, she probably had some issues. Probably from an injury that she got. Robbie's like, was chilling on my birthday. Oh, it was your birthday? Like, this week? Today? When was your birthday? Happy birthday, Robbie. I hope you did something nice for yourself. Like, took off work and did fun things. DJ'd some shit, drank some beer, all that good stuff. I was like, yeah, Friday. Oh, so just a few hours ago it was your birthday. Well, happy fucking birthday.
What do you want to talk about?
Who do we want to talk to? Well, why do we want to talk to him?
Why wouldn't we?
Can't we just talk about him? Do we have to talk to him?
Bring him out. Nobody wants to talk about somebody behind their back.
I don't know. I just feel like it's just going to be lame. Brandon Stevens in the chat. Hey, Brandon Stevens is Marion Bailey tonight and says, hey, Wrestling Gab. Hey, Brandon, good to see ya. Chris says, whether she is toxic herself or not, people saying the AEW locker room is a cesspool. No fucking shit. Like, what do you think would happen?
There's no leadership at the top. So anytime that you have any groups of people together and there's no leadership, it'll spin into chaos. It's always happened forever. That's why we have leaders. It doesn't matter if it's just a group of friends. You always have like a guy that kind of keeps everybody in line or brings everybody together.
Yeah, you have that person, that charismatic human.
But yeah, you can't have a group of people, especially paid people, that normally wouldn't hang out with each other together and then expect it all to go just hunky-dory. Now, if you have true leadership at the top, it will go smooth, and the parts that don't go smooth will get taken care of very quick with the authority. You can also have people in your locker rooms that are leaders, which they don't have that I'm aware of. I can't think of anybody over there. Maybe a Dustin Rhodes, but nobody in the women's division.
I wouldn't consider him any kind of leadership material. Dustin Rhodes, not even a little bit.
He's just a vet. He would know.
Yeah, but that's different, right? Being a vet doesn't mean that you're a leader.
I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying that he's the closest thing they have. That's all I'm saying. I can't tell you what he does. He could be the greatest man on the planet. But I don't think WWE would have let him go if he was a great leader.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Big Show is over there for a minute. Mark Henry was there for a minute.
Yeah, but they also aren't really in... I mean,
they're not there 24...
Yeah, they're not dealing with every single tiny little whatever issue that everybody's having.
Nobody's going to acknowledge you. That's
oh my God, that's Roman's crap. Stop. Ugh. Are you wanting to acknowledge you because they boo you? Is that it? Is that your acknowledgement?
Somebody came up with this idea.
God, I want everybody to just be quiet when he talks. Like when he's like, acknowledge me, and they're like, everybody's just silent.
You know how they have like generic drugs? That's Solo. He's the generic.
Yeah, and they try to make it way cooler, but it's not.
They're like, oh, this...
They're like, it's so much better. It's so much better. I mean, it's just as good as the original, right? It's just as good. Just as good. He doesn't care. Why are you even trying to, like, associate with him? Let's not and say we pretended. Ravi's like, I was out for lunch with my parents, went to a mixed buffet place. Nice. Then went to my mate's house for a couple drinks. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. Sounds like a really nice day. I'm glad you got to spend some time with your parents. That's pretty cool. Did you spend time with your sibling also and his kids, or was it just you and your parents? Chris says also the quitter is divorcing her Asian BF who made her gear for her. Now, is divorcing the same if you're breaking up? Because if they're married, it's divorcing, but you can't call them a BF if they're not really married.
You're not the police of talking.
I'm just curious. I mean, would you? I mean, would you say that? I mean,
why wouldn't she? Have you ever seen this guy?
I understand. I have seen him because you have shown him to me when she first became and they were blabbering about her and you were like, look at this guy who makes her shit, and they had the whole thing and he looks like a weird version of her and it's creepy as fuck.
He reminds me of that girl on that show that you watch. The guy on there. What's that show with Anne Hathaway? And she works for Meryl Streep.
Oh, yeah.
You know the guy on there, the bald guy? That's kind of who he reminds me of.
Really? I don't really think he reminds me of him, but yeah, I guess. Chris says, yeah, the boys should never run the back on the business side of things. Mark Henry's son, Jacob Henry, is signed to WWE. Really?
That's cool. Is he a big guy? Power lifter type?
Word 789 is in the chat. It says, guys, I got good news. Yeah, good news, Words. What is it, man? Squash will be an Olympic sport in the next Olympics. Squash.
What is squash? I can't think of what that is. Is that with the
it's
racket?
Yeah, it's like a weird... Isn't it the one where it has the little thing? The birdie?
No.
No, that's not squash. What's that one? That's badminton.
Badminton. And it's already
that's
Olympics.
badminton.
Or...
Badminton is? Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah, you can watch it. It's
That's
badass.
funny.
Watching those fucking dudes. They're like...
Bad myth. That's hilarious. Where'd the birdie go? Chris says, they were married. Sorry, I accidentally typed you up. Oh, okay. I thought they were married, but then you said BF and it threw me off. I'm so sorry. Like, that's why I was like, are they divorcing or breaking up?
Breaking up
I thought they were.
Is hard to do.
Married. Sophie's in the chat says, hi, sorry I'm late. I was just doing a D by eating dinner, so I'm 11 minutes behind you. As you should, Sophie. I'm glad you ate your dinner. Good for you. I don't mind if you're 11 minutes behind. You're going to get some, spoilers. Sorry.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Word
Nothing
says
happened.
Devil Wears Prada. Yes.
That's
it. So it says Triple H announced yesterday that Survivor Series will take place in Canada in November.
Do we know the date?
2 pay-per-views in the Canada this year.
Is it on the 30th?
I don't know, but it's in November.
It's
Kenny
always
Omega
in
somehow is in
November.
our chat. Hey, Kenny. He's like, thank you.
It's Omega!
Roman coming back? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
At some point, he's going to come back.
He's got to replace the Wish version of his bloodline here, or just get rid of it. I don't know. It's just garbage at this point. And they can't even bring it back from this. I don't even care if they bring Roman back.
Who this is?
Oh, it's his Jacob Fatu. It's his peeps, I guess.
Bloodlines rules match.
Uh-huh.
Cody likes those.
The cameraman's like, I gotta get out of here.
Tiny Tongan. He's coming out too. Oh no, don't tell me the little guys are gonna come out and help Cody.
This is so dumb. I fucking hate... I get this is probably something that they've done like multiple times in the past and it was cool. I hate this. I hate it. I hate it. I hate everything about it.
I ain't scared of you. Brr. Jacob Fatu, I ain't scared of you. Sounds like a book title.
He called him dumb because he is dumb. Just kidding. Anyway. So it was like Sasha Banks filed for divorce from her husband after being married to him for a long time. Yeah, Chris was talking about that too. Chris says, yeah, Jacob Henry has been breaking weightlifting records and was called world's strongest teen. He went to Oklahoma State. Oh, that's good.
Hell yeah.
So it was like Solo versus Cody will be the main event tomorrow night. Yeah, November 30th. There you go. November 30th, I guess.
I already had it in my calendar.
There you go. It was all true.
I was on top of it.
Rob is like, so what's this bozo Cody gonna do? I don't know. He looks pretty dapper. He looks better than the other morons that are happening to be in there. I would rather see him than any of those dumb shits. Sophie's like, since we know what closing the show tomorrow, wonder what will open it.
CM Punk.
Yeah.
Drew.
Chris says, yeah, they didn't this formula since the Ruthless Aggression era, which is cooler back then because it felt more unpredictable because of the team-ups. But now it's too predictable. Oh, so they did. I figured they did stuff like this, but I don't know.
They've always done this, yeah.
This whole, like, group of people, I hate. Like, on another scale.
Yeah.
Like, at least with Roman and the Bloodline shit, I at least respected it of the story and what they did. But this garbage is like, we're trying too hard, and we can't try any harder because nobody wants it. But they're like, no, really, this is what you want. Let me push it in front of your face 5,000 times. You'll want it. And it's like, if they left tomorrow, not one person would be like, hey, whatever happened to that Bloodline people? They'd be like, where's Roman? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's Roman.
You already did.
There it is. I was hoping he'd say it. Since the tribal chief is not here. So he's like, Joe Hendry says he could work at the Performance Center anytime he wants. So he also says almost every match tomorrow is in championship match.
Good. SummerSlam. It's an important one.
It is. What would happen if Cody defeated Roman at Mania 39 instead of waiting for Mania 40 to do it?
We would have had a better bloodline storyline there with The Rock at 40.
Yeah, it would have been different.
That would have been probably a better route to go. Instead of the John Cena build-up like with The Rock, like they did, where it was a full year. Which is fine. But it handcuffs you. And it did handcuff them because they were going away from it. Once they brought The Rock on, they decided to kind of change it. And then the crowd kind of said no. And so they went a different route. And so we didn't get The Rock and Roman. But it's hard to tell the future. But I would assume that The Rock will come back for WrestleMania 41. And there you go. Oh, God, this guy.
Oh, good Lord. Nobody cares about
Nobody
you at
wants to
all.
see you anyway. He's like, why does the world want to see me in a drawing so bad? Nobody gives a fuck about you, dude. Ah.
So gross. Snooze fast for you, buddy. Was this NBC?
Yeah.
So I think it's funny how biased these stations are. Like, it's funny to me how biased they are anymore. Like, since we've been watching the Olympics, right? And on here, just this, for the channel,
Oh my
you've
God,
seen
stop.
only advertisements for one presidential candidate person and none for the other one. Ever in the time that we've watched
and it's
this.
probably because that's
channel.
who pays. You have to pay for those. Those are just on.
I get it, but it's just funny because he has multitudes of advertisements.
Yeah, he probably just
And-
doesn't waste his time on NBC, ABC, or CBS.
It's just funny to me. It's like, okay.
To be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen an ad for him in my life, even in 16. Did you ever see an ad for him?
I think I have.
I can't remember one commercial. Vote for Trump. I approve this message. I've never seen it.
It's funny. Oh, let's see. Sophie says,
Oh, that's happening now.
will the Cody Brock feud still happen if Cody defeated Roman last year?
Cody Rock or Cody Brock?
Will the Cody Brock feud still happen if Cody defeated Roman last year? I think they meant Rock, maybe.
No, Brock.
Brock?
Remember the Brock thing?
Yeah, all the Brock stuff.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't he have wrestled Brock?
And you got to remember, Sophie, there
He
were
wouldn't have
other
lost,
quote-unquote allegation things happening. That's why we haven't seen Brock. That's it. That's why they cut that out and cut it because of the other allegations.
Yeah, but the main thing is that it happened. We already had it, and Brock beat him once. That wouldn't have happened if Cody would have won the title, and so it would have been a weird feud if it was one-sided.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they could have pulled it off without having Cody lose.
True. Chris says, like, back then, this formula would be, let's say, Triple H, Ric Flair in the ring, cutting a heel promo. His opponent would be, like, Batista or whoever. He delivers a babyface promo, Triple H and Flair attack.
Right.
Chris says Cena or Rey Mysterio comes out and saves Batista. Then they have tag match and main event of Raw. That is usually the formula. The crowd goes nuts, but now the formula doesn't work.
Yeah, AEW has a completely different formula. They have people come out and attack, and then it's over. Like they cut to break or whatever. Mm-hmm. And in WWE, you would either have the main event or coming up after the break, there would be a tag match. Mm-hmm. And in AEW, it's over. It's like,
and done. Oh, my. Okay.
they might set up a tag team match the next week. But that is a little bit different setup.
Sophie says, I feel like if Cody defeated Roman last year, it could have affected the Usos storyline in some way as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everything changes. We need to get the Usos back together so we have a better tag division. It looks like there's a big group coming back. I can't remember their name, but We talk about him here in the chat every once in a while, coming to the WWE. And so with them coming, you got to get the Usos back together. And then you have the Street Profits, you have the AOP. Wow, whoever these little guys are that are champions that are wrestling tonight. You have the Bloodline and a few other tag teams. Put Eric with somebody, or Ivar, sorry. Hopefully Eric can come back at some point.
Yeah.
France is trying to get Olympians not to win gold medals. Like, they're going out of their way to hurt athletes. And I don't know if they're doing it to their own athletes either. Or if their own athletes just live there and they have a place.
Are you talking about the Olympic Village stuff?
Yeah, just everything. No protein.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah, they've really fucked the whole... I mean,
They're trying to do 1/3 plant-based, which I don't even understand what that means. Why wouldn't you just do 1/3 vegetables and not plant-based?
Oh, well, the 1/3 of the protein is plant-based. So they're trying to do 1/3 protein soy, all soy.
Right. Anyways.
And it doesn't give you enough calories.
The Olympics are not going for it. The American basketball team just said, fuck it.
Yeah, they rented out their whole hotel basically.
Yeah, for $13 million.
Yeah, I think it was more than that, but yeah.
Yeah.
It was
They're just like, fuck it.
15 million or something like
They
that.
got plenty of money.
Hotel.
They're all professionals that make that. And easy.
Which is disgusting that they were able to do that, and wrong that they didn't include other athletes in on that aren't able to pay for their own stuff, right?
Right. Well,
that's
whatever.
disgusting on their part. Makes them look like bad people, I think.
But, I mean, Joel Embiid alone is 7 foot, and those beds are... I can't remember how long they were. They were 60 inches
It's
or
not
something.
just... Did you see the story with the weightlifter? The big, heavy weightlifter guy?
He crushed his bed.
He was sitting on the bed, and it looked like it was like a tiny little box. And he was sitting on it.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. I hope to God that they literally yank any efforts for them to ever have the Olympics ever again. It's filth. It is atrocious what they're doing. And I'm not talking about just what they're doing to our Olympic, it's not about our athletes. It's all those countries that don't have the money. They have like 4 or 5 athletes that have to deal with that shit and don't have the huge amounts of sponsorships and money behind them and shit like that.
America brought their own air conditioners.
Pisses me off. Yeah, Australia did the same thing.
Oh, did they?
Oh, yeah. A lot of them did. Great Britain told them not to. Great Britain pulled all of their Olympians from the Olympic Village and said, don't eat there.
Yeah.
They literally, it's disgusting. This has been the worst Olympic fucking shit, and the most controversial crap has been happening at this Olympics. It's unbelievable.
Right. Silly stuff. A lot of people are excited to go to France because of the food. So they thought the food was going to be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
They were really excited that France was going to have it.
Mm-hmm.
But France forgot to buy food for the Olympics. Like I said, they got a warning like 2 weeks ago that this was happening, and they're like, are you fucking kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
We have the Olympics coming in a week.
Yep.
Here we go. How much food do we have? Dude, we don't. Like, we didn't plan ahead, so we have no food. We have dirty-ass fucking water. And we have no bedding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised they even have a village.
And the thing of it is that they talk, so people are like, they had those same beds at the Tokyo Olympics. And it's like, but you heard about it, but you didn't hear as much complaints about it as this one. So what's the difference? What's the fucking difference?
Heat, maybe? I don't know.
I want to know what the difference is.
All right, well, we are underway. We got Carmelo out there. He's even tiny compared to Andrade. Anyways, we got Andrade out there with him, so this should be a banger. As the Dave Mercer, whatever his name, what's his name? Dave Meltzer?
Dave
Meltzer crowd. They love that dude.
They love him, that guy?
No, they love this style of wrestling.
Oh.
It's going to be a choreographed, flippy stuff.
Choreographed Yahoo garbage. Yippee skippy.
Old Dave Meltzer. This is a 15-star already. It's a 15-star.
Anyways, Rebecca's in the chat. Hey, Rebecca. I think I said that earlier, but I'm going to read her comment now. It says, hey, WWE friends. To keep my mind off busy today, I made a crock-pot apple crisp.
Oh, yeah.
Crock-pot apple crisp. Did you have vanilla ice cream with it?
Can I ask a question? Can you get crispy in a crock pot?
You can.
Okay.
What you do?
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, you don't want to know?
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to be.
You're like, I don't want to learn.
Sophie's
like, how was AEW this past week? Was it horrible?
AEW. I can't remember. I don't remember what happened. I know it started out with different things. I think they're building up towards the pay-per-view, but I don't remember shit that happened on that show. Do you?
Do I have to?
MJF was there. Him and, the Brav guy.
Will Ospreay.
Yeah, Will Ospreay got into it a little bit.
Yeah, Ospreay won his match against somebody, and then MJF came down and beat him up, and then somebody did something. Came down and helped him.
It wasn't necessarily what you would call terrible, but Mariah May was on there, and she got attacked, I think, by what's her name? Or the blonde just came out and threw a fit. Maybe she just threw a fit.
Oh, yeah, Tony just came out and threw a fit. They had like a little interview with Mariah May in the back or something of that nature.
Was there a women's match? I mean, obviously.
I want to say yes.
Is it Statlander?
It was Willow, I think.
And Statlander, maybe?
No.
Anyways, yeah, it was very memorable.
Willow and somebody else, I think. Maybe it was Statlander this week. And then they had Camille. No.
Yeah,
Camille
versus
that nobody lady.
Like Cora Jade's sister. Isn't that what we came up with? Was something Jade?
Yeah. And then, for the love of God, I don't really care. Oh, Lance Archer was in a match.
Murder Hawk.
With Will Ospreay, that's who it was.
He lost to somebody small, of course.
Yep.
And then Darby the House Elf was in the main event.
With a whole bunch of guys. It was him. It was 4 of them. It was Orange Cassidy, not Lance Archer, whoever you said. Bayou guy.
That was the main event? I thought the main event was just one-on-one.
Somebody else.
My bad.
I don't know. Maybe the main event was one-on-one. Fuck, I don't remember, dude. I don't remember because I don't want to remember. This is the crap I try to ignore and move out of my brain for more important things. That is not wrestling.
Like the Olympic beds.
Like the Olympic beds and other controversial things that are happening that get my blood boiling about how retarded it is.
Like the new, I guess in Oregon, there was a bike race. Did you hear about this? They had the women's blah, blah, blah state bike race that they have.
Like pedal bike?
Yeah.
Okay.
And 1, 2, and 3 went to biological males.
Fuck off, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
One of them is like huge. Like it reminds me of that South Park with like Randy Savage. The guy that finished in the silver.
Good God.
I was like, he's like a foot taller than all the women. Oh yeah. I don't mess around now that I'm a woman.
I think he called himself Stephanie. If I remember right. I'm pretty sure on that South Park he went by Stephanie. Good God. It's disgusting what they've done to women.
Good for. Absolutely.
Thanks for making women took them back fucking 80 years. Congratulations.
Oh.
Other side of the dumb retardness. Fucking morons. What all those women in that need to do is get lawyers and sue the fucking state.
I hate to say it, but the reality of it is they need to take advantage of it to such an extent that even they feel that it's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I say it all the time, like, and, Brett would get mad at me, but I'd be like, dude, I should just go coach ISU's women's team.
Like
recruit
that show that we watched, that
all
movie.
the dudes at the high school level here, just local. They'll give them full ride scholarships. All they have to do is wear nothing. They don't have to do anything. They just have to say they're a girl. That's it. And if somebody says anything about it, just call them a bigot. And just win national championships.
You have to call them that, and I think the other one is transphobic or something, right?
Well, I'm just saying. Just
It's so weird.
High school boys from a small town would be the best women's basketball players in the world.
Well, of course. It's already
You would
been
win
proven.
national championships. Because you'd run point guards out there that are 6'2".
Yeah.
You'd have centers that are 6'8", 6'9", that dunk. Everybody would be able to dunk.
Right.
They'd just be throwing it down. And then, so ISU would win 4 national championships in a row. But at some point, they're going to be like, okay. So either the other colleges are going to follow, or they're going to change the rules. But you have to go that extreme. And I'm like, why aren't they doing that? The conservative states should just do it.
Yeah. Just just accept it completely. Just be like, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay,
Right.
here you go.
Then have like a B team or something for the women to have so they can play sports. But it's like, sorry, girls. Like, it sucks. We know, but it's life.
It's just silly. It's all dumb. Oh, let's see. Where were we at? Oh, Sophie said, how was it? Oh, we read that one. Robbie asked, so this Cody storyline, is it going to end well? I don't know. Sophie's like, the Cody-Brock feud was one-sided anyway, since Brock didn't give us a reason why he feuded with Cody. Tomorrow's pay-per-view looks like a setup for the rest of the year regarding feuds. The idea of them splitting the men's tag team championship doesn't make sense now. And Robbie says Andrade getting some TV, WWE are spoiling us. Yeah, totally. Chris is like, soy bad. Soy has its place. It's just not we're not herbivores. Humans will never be herbivores. It's actually really hard for our bodies to digest it. Sophie says, with it being, and it's really bad for your brain, by the way. You don't get the right fats for your brain. Sophie says, with it being bloodline rules, we could see a lot of interference like we did at Mania. Sophie says the new sports streaming service that is coming out revealed its price tag is at like almost $50
A month?
Yeah.
Do you get a bunch of shit with it?
The new sports streaming service that is coming out revealed its price tag. It is like almost $50. So I bet it's like gotta be a month. Sophie says, did you hear Britt Baker got suspended for something stupid? And depends. They probably have like a no tolerance thing now or some shit. She supposedly insulted MJF's girlfriend and he took offense to it and he got upset, and so that's why. Who knows what it is. Sophie's like, what is he ranting about now? Everything, Sophie. All of it. Rob is like, what is the difference? Because I'm yet to know. The difference between the beds in the Tokyo Olympics and the Olympics now? I don't know. I'd like to know, because they really didn't make that. They didn't say like an extensive amount of complaints like they have this time. So it's just weird to me. Rebecca's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah? Had some vanilla ice cream with your apple crisp. Nice. So it was like, I'm a wrestling fan, but I don't know what type of wrestling I like to watch and which type of wrestling I don't like. So it was like, it will be interesting which match will be short tomorrow night and which one will be the longest match of the night. I was in here for a little bit Wednesday. Nice. Robbie's like, Carmelo Hayes, is he getting the right push? Do I feel like he should get a push at all? No. He shouldn't even be on my television. So he's like, what are the chances that Brock will return? Triple H did get asked about him.
I mean, I don't want to see him come
it.
back unless they're going to put a title on him.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him just come back and especially, like, put somebody over.
Or not just that, but be like some person who gets beat all the time by Carmelo Hayes. Like, fuck that.
I mean, I'd like to see him come back and run through all these midgets. But
Triple H doesn't do that kind of stuff, and he doesn't like it. He likes his little people. He likes them to be smaller than him. I think I figured out why. I think he learned in a few pages of what supposedly Vince was doing. Sophie says, oh yeah, Mark Henry's son got signed by the WWE. It was announced yesterday. Yeah, we were talking about that. Chris was talking about it. Joseph Henry. Which is funny because you have Joe Hendry and his name is Joseph Henry. How funny is that shit?
Joseph Henry. Oh, the kid. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Chris says, it was funny how the woman fell to her knees after she lost boxing match. It's like, fuck off. Okay, Chris.
Yeah, she lost to a
Chris, okay.
man.
Why was it funny? I want you to explain to me how you're saying it's funny. And then I want factual reasons why it's funny. Robbie says, go on with the Prime sponsor on the apron. Right? It's all over the place now. So it was like I heard something about boxing yesterday with a woman or something. Yeah, not a woman. Robbie says, is it good to eat raw meat?
Sure. I mean, it can be. I mean, that's how we evolved. But you got to remember that we ate meat. You've got to go back far enough.
You have to believe that, too, that that's what it is.
And you're eating raw meat, so our stomachs are huge because they have to digest this, and our brains are small.
Yep.
And then we somehow, some way, cooked meat. So whether it was in a forest fire, we saw a dead animal, we picked it up and ate it, or we accidentally left it too close to the fire. But by cooking meat, it starts to digest outside of you. And then when you put it in your mouth, it's faster fuel. So our stomachs could shrink, and we only have so many calories that are reserved for organs. Well, now that our stomachs are smaller, the organ that grew was our brain, and that's how we evolved into humans, was from cooking food. But it was also, it has to be meat, and it has to be cooked. So, yes, you can eat raw meat, but we're not really designed for it.
Robbie's like, what is wrong with Carmelo Hayes?
What's wrong with it? What's right?
Every...
Are you talking about with this match or just overall in general?
Well, he had asked, he's like, Carmelo Hayes, is he getting the right push? And I said, no, he shouldn't even be on my TV, is what I said.
Right. No, I'd like to see him either go somewhere else or back to NXT or something. I mean, I get having a little guy on your roster for like, oh, he's overcome something. They did it with Daniel Bryan. I understand it.
Yeah.
But you can't have a bunch of them. That's what AEW's problem is they've got too many of those guys. And so you can't cheer for David when they're all David.
That's right.
It's okay to cheer for David versus Goliath. That's great. It's actually, it's compelling TV. It's Rey Mysterio back in the day. That's why Rey Mysterio is so popular. Is he was David, right? And everybody else was Goliath. He was wrestling just giants all the time. But once everybody's little, there's nothing special about him.
There you go.
That's my problem with having just a bunch of little guys. And AEW, you know, they have the patent on it, but Triple H is coming. He's trying.
Yeah. He's really thrown it in our faces a lot. It's been very noticeable.
But you got it with Johnny Spaghetti, and then you've got his tag team partner, and then you've got Butch and his tag team partner, and then Carmelo Hayes.
You got Hermes.
Hermie.
You have even Finn Balor's a tiny guy.
Finn Balor, but he's been there for a while.
I don't care. He's still a small guy.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So
and then
he's
McDowell.
Just like the same with the rest of them. McDowell.
You're just starting to get too many.
Andrade. He's even a small guy.
Andrade is small, but he looks big compared to this guy.
Yeah.
And is that your plan? Is your plan to take guys that aren't big and put so many small guys around them that they look big? Is that the ultimate plan?
Well,
is to make your small guys look big by having smaller and smaller guys?
Possibly. And then what they really need to do, though, is they need to downsize their refs and make them so that they can only be like 4'10".
They went to women, for fuck's sakes. And by the way, refs are 4'10". The men, they're usually tiny.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, they need to be even smaller. Like, they're maybe, like, at least 5'5", 5'6", some of them. They need to be literally 4'10" out there.
Like horse jockeys.
Yeah. They really need to be. Because it then would make the wrestlers look bigger. And then what they need to do is lower the ropes. Because the ropes are just too tall. Because it makes the wrestlers look small. So they need to lower the ropes, make the refs small, and then your wrestlers will seem ginormous. Like monsters out there. Even though they're not.
Andrade gets the dub.
Even though you have a male wrestler who supposedly is big in Triple H's eyes, and he's like 5'10".
Right.
Good fucking Lord. What garbage. That's not a big man.
Oh, like what's his name? Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Prime example.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you mean his girth? Because it sure in the fuck isn't how tall he is.
Just give me some realistic wrestlers. Somebody you'd be scared of if you ran into in the street.
I mean, and I get it. He's Hispanic, which, you know, you don't get a lot of very tall Hispanic guys. But they're not very tall. Like, you know, Angel.
I think
Humberto's
6 foot.
Right, but he's about the same height as Andrade. That's it.
No, he's taller than Andrade. Andrade is not very big.
I understand. He's barely as tall as Charlotte.
I think he's shorter. Well, no, they're about the same.
That's why I said he's barely as tall as Charlotte.
That's why I'm talking about Humberto.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you've got these 5'10" guys who are like, oh, look how tall I am. I'm wrestling some guy who's 5'2". Mm-hmm. Nobody gives a.
I have no idea
weird.
What they were just talking about. I couldn't tell if that was a pep talk or if they were getting angry at him.
It was a pep talk and angry. It's all of the above.
That was his dad, I think, was Phantasma, by the way.
We looked it up before, but I don't remember everything about it. Sorry. Let's see. Sophie says, did you see any championship changes? Do you see any championship changes tomorrow night? I expect like 1 or 2 champions retain.
I'd have to go through and look who's... So Cody retains. I would assume Liv retains. Gunther's wrestling somebody.
Sammy? No. Seth? No.
Drew? Who the fuck is the champion over there? Damian.
Got it.
That one could change. Sammy's wrestling Braun. I think that one changes. So I think there's at least those 2. And is there any other? Is the U.S. Championship?
Is there any
Is he
tag
wrestling?
champions?
Is Logan Paul wrestling?
Yes.
LA Knight?
I think so.
Is he going to lose at home?
Fuck no.
I think so.
Well, he might. I don't know.
But 3 titles, so that means that Damian probably will retain.
Yeah.
Because I don't see 3 titles changing. I think it'll probably be both of the mid-card belts. And the tag team matches, both of them are tonight. The women and the men.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if the other men have a match. The Finn Balor and the other guy.
Oh.
McDowell
face.
I don't think they have one.
No idea. Let's see. Let's read that. Oh, Rebecca said, heard Liv did something at the SummerSlam press conference early. If yeah, what was it? I don't know. I didn't watch it, so I have no idea. Robbie says, in your vacuum is a Henry. It's all very confusing. Lots of Henrys. Sophie says, with Mark Henry's son being signed by WWE, we could see Mark Henry return to WWE TV. Just left AEW not that long ago. And Robbie's like, I mean raw liver. Are you eating it fresh out of an animal? That's different. Sophie says, do you throw out the raw meat or do you give it to your pets to eat?
All right. I never give them raw meat. Every once in a blue moon, I'll go.
Every once in a while, I'll give them some raw steak or something of that nature. But Sophie says, raw beef. Sophie says, I missed the SummerSlam kickoff show. Rey Mysterio is a tiny man, and he has been wrestling for a long time. For a while, the WWE showed a lot of big men like the Great Khali, Batista, Kevin Nash, etc.
Yeah, stars.
Ravi says Andrade with a very rememberable win. Peace, laughing. Sophie says being small helped Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Eddie Guerrero, etc.
The problem with those guys, and the reason that they succeeded, was because I call it the dark days of the WWE. What happened was all the stars left. They all went to WCW, and so it left Vince in a really hard place. And so they had to break up tag teams to bring those guys as singles. It would be like right now if you took away all the good wrestlers and you just had like, who's the Street Profits guy? Ford and Johnny Gargano or something. That would be your main guys. And that's all you had. Of course, they're going to look like stars, especially to the kids, especially if you were a kid in that generation. Like, if you were between the ages of, like, 6 and, like, 20 through that era, you're going to love those guys because that's who was on your TV.
Mm-hmm.
But it was actually what I call the dark days because all the stars left and Vince was put in a really hard place. And that's how Shawn Michaels became something and Bret Hart became something. I never watched Owen Hart, so I can't tell you anything about Owen. And then Jericho and Guerrero, they came from WCW, but they were nobodies because all the good wrestlers were over there at the time that had just left WWE. And so they had him in the 205, the cruiserweight. It was actually 218 there, so you could be a little bit heavier. And then they moved over to WWE. Same with Stunning Steve Austin. He left. He couldn't cut it in WCW. He wasn't going to make it. So he went over and went to ECW, I think, first, and then ended up on WWE television. But it helped. It made those guys careers.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all small. And then, Vince started to get more talent, especially once WCW got sold because Ted Turner decided to sell his company, and Time Warner or whatever didn't want to carry wrestling and own it. They also got rid of the Braves and the Hawks or whoever else he owned. He owned some sports teams. They also got rid of those. So, anyways, that's that reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Sean didn't like all those guys, the dinosaurs he called them, because he couldn't ever be anything if they were still there. That's why he has so much jealousy towards the old generation. That's why he doesn't like Randy Savage or Hulk Hogan.
Well, he's a loser with cross-eyed anyway, so he's nothing.
It's fine. Some people like him.
Ugh, well, they really need to take a look at themselves.
They were kids at the time he was on TV. That's how you build fans that are lifelong. Never mind that he was screwing Vince McMahon. That's fucking weird to me. That's so weird to me.
Allegedly.
Trust me, bro.
Allegedly. Allegedly those things were happening. I just don't really see Vince McMahon being that type of person, but okay. I mean, whatever,
Power
I
trip.
guess. Rob is like, Santos, this guy means business. Chris says we need Angel to leave Legato and be his own star man. He needs a push.
I want to see Alberto do that more than
I'd like
Angel.
to see Humberto. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Sophie says WCW had the cruiserweight division and the WWE had the light heavyweight division for a while.
Uh-huh. It doesn't work, though. It just doesn't. I wish it did, and I wish they would stick with it. And to be honest, I'd like to see them just have weight classes. You'd have a heavyweight championship, cruiserweight championship, lightweight championship. Just like other sports do that. Why can't you do it in wrestling? Then that way you don't get a lot of the David versus Goliath stuff. Mm-hmm. And you can have guys try to go up. You can have a guy that's, 185 try to wrestle a guy that's 240.
Oh, no. He's got him. Oh, no. Baron's being murdered.
Uh-oh. That might be it, Cruz. Apollo's done for.
Poor Baron Corbin. before, but now they're being beat up by a couple of guys. Robbie says Sophie being small helped Jack and the Beanstalk. LOL. What's your point?
Yeah, like Minnie Mouse. Mickey Mouse. Remember he killed like 5 with one blow?
Chris says also on Insta, Shotzi is looking back to herself with green long hair finally. Sophie says, you remember the storyline of Santos trying to recruit Andrade into his group? It seems like that storyline dropped out of nowhere. Well, it didn't. They just had a falling out of information.
She just needs to become an actor. I want to see her in Conan the Barbarian. Or put red hair on her and make her Red Sonja. And do a remake.
Yeah, I figured that's what you were talking about. I was like, Red Sonja?
Put Jason Momoa with her as the Arnold role.
Yeah. Good luck. We'll see if it works. Doubtful, but we'll see. Sophie says, I could see Gunther win by DQ so they could continue that feud so he could win it at Bash at Berlin.
Yeah, for the participation trophy for being at home.
Robbie says, yeah, fresh from an animal with blood still in it. The liver thing? Yeah. I mean, that's a whole different story, right? Like, that's
What
just...
are we doing?
Raw meat, like if you, a raw liver, like they used to do, like the natives used to do, like eat the liver from a deer or something.
Just take a bite out of it, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's gross
While
as
it's
fuck.
fresh.
Yeah, I've done it.
And stuff.
It's gross as fuck.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's not.
First of
Good.
all, it's soft, and so you can bite through it. Like nothing else, you can do that too.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it's just like...
And it's, oh.
I bet the texture is just like out of this world weird. I couldn't do it. I'd be like, I'd have to be desperate and dying. Be like, all right, ready. Shove it in there. Force me to eat it.
Hold on.
So it's like most of the people that wrestled at last year's SummerSlam aren't on the card for this year's SummerSlam. Do they even still work for the WWE? Chris says Ludwig, Kaiser, Ford, Angel, Pete Dunne, Hermie, all those guys would also be stars now if all the top stars left.
Yeah.
Sophie says Eric Bischoff almost bought WCW, but Vince stole it right under him.
Yeah, well, nobody knew it was going to go for so cheap. And $2.5 million or whatever it was is ridiculous. They wrote off something like $200 million.
Yeah.
So most people thought it was going to be a loss, that they were trying to get investors and stuff.
Yeah.
And Vince just made them an offer, and they took it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll give you $2 million for it. And they're like, really?
Oh, thank God.
Like, what the fuck?
We want to get rid of this sinking ship.
Everybody else
you.
was trying to get, close to $100 million so they could figure it out. Jeff Jarrett,
Yeah.
he ended up starting his own company. Which, was more expensive than that. Look at those two.
Ooh.
Oh, Team China.
Even he's like impressed. He's like, holy shit, dude. Did you see that? He's like, the other one's like, ooh.
He's like, you ready for
and
silver?
he's like,
you ready for silver?
he was terrified, that
Let's
poor
fight
guy.
for silver.
So it says, man, we almost had Steve Austin versus Hulk Hogan when Hogan came back to the WWE. They hinted towards it before they went with Hulk versus Rock.
Yeah, Austin didn't want to wrestle him, which makes sense.
Sophie says WWE did bring back the Cruiserweight division and championship when they did the brand split 8 years ago.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. I wish they would, because there's so many guys that could be on the roster now, but it just doesn't work.
We know eventually we will get the Queen of the Ring Nia Jax versus Charlotte Flair. We got 4 more WWE pay-per-views of the year left. With the CM Punk Drew feud, who is the heel and who is the face?
Well, Punk's signing autographs for kids on
Yeah,
the way down
he's
to the ring.
supposedly kind of a face, but he's still, like, just an asshole, so.
Yeah, he signs little kids' belts and shit. I saw it on Monday. Like, he'd signing stuff on the way to the ring. That's a babyface.
Sophie says tomorrow will be Sami Zayn's first time on the actual SummerSlam card, and he has been on the main roster about 8 years, and he has always been on the pre-show of SummerSlam, not the main card.
Well, hopefully it's his last. So we don't have to watch him again. Is this like the mayor or something?
I have no idea.
I have
They're
no
going to give
idea.
him a key to the city. Dignitaries. Chris says, aside from right now, back in 17, do you think Braun Strowman was already overrated?
I'm not a huge Braun Strowman fan, and it's not because of much that he has responsibility for. I like the way he cuts promos, but he could do it better.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that, I mean like they put him in shitty situations so he can't cut good ones. And he's runs. Quit making him run. Stop.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be a choo-choo train. Stop.
Yeah, that stuff's weird and dumb. It degrades him. Chris says, why is Logan wearing Timeless Tony clothes from attacking May this week on AEW? Well, he wanted to wear her outfit. It seemed nice. She did really good, I guess, in her pre-qualification.
I don't want to hear about it. That's why I've been trying not to listen. They're going to show all that.
I know. But I'm just saying she did really good. But I'm not going to tell you any more about it. She just did really good. She's so pretty.
Mm-hmm. I remember when she got kicked off the team last time.
For her,
For weed?
yeah, it was that, and there was another girl that, she's an actual woman, and she got kicked off for having elevated testosterone levels. And now they just let men in.
Right.
Do you have a hair?
Mm-hmm.
Like a long hair?
Right there.
Oh.
I guess it's just part of my beard.
Guess so. Pull it. All the way. It's a red one.
Is that?
How did that hurt? Did you even get it?
I don't think so. Holy crap, it's making my eyes water. Oh. Oh.
In my own hometown. So he said, do you think we'll eventually get an NXT versus TNA World Collide pay-per-view?
Sure. I'd like to see it around Thanksgiving.
Sophie said, it sounds like the Hardy Boys might be on their way back to the WWE for like the 4th time in their careers.
Please, no.
Personally, I don't want to see them, and I think
I
they
don't
should
want
just
to see
retire and
Jeff
never
Hardy
be
on my television ever again in my entire life.
Right.
Unless it's never again in my entire life.
Unless it's like, oh, hey, he retired, and like
they put him in the Hall
20
of Fame.
years from now, they put him in the Hall of Fame, and he might still be alive.
They roll him out there.
So this is what how many people that are there also bought tickets for SummerSlam as well. Who knows? All of them. Maybe they all did.
That guy, and that guy did. That guy, and over there, that guy did.
All those guys. Over there, over that way, and over there.
Yep. At least 10.
At least. Not the tryhards who never made it. Oh, man.
Awesome.
Wow. Spotify went up, huh? Spotify went up to $20 a month.
What's Spotify?
That family thing
Oh.
that we have for music.
$20.
Yeah.
What was it? 12?
$15.99.
Damn. That seems super expensive. That's $240 a year.
Cleveland's finest.
Cleveland's finest, The Miz.
Yeah.
It says yeah.
Somebody defaced it. The people are clapping. They're like, this is great. He's like, no. It doesn't say, he's not supposed to say yeah on there.
It's better than yeet, I guess. Why'd they let him deface it? Yeah.
I'm not talking to anybody.
You gotta go to Real to Bread.
Oh, yeah, that was another thing I have to pay. It does?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Why didn't you remind me yesterday?
Why would I do that?
I don't know. I don't have the information of a card, so I'll have to get it.
That's fine.
I'm pretty sure it works until midnight, hopefully.
I haven't actually got on there and go look. Barely.
So we said the Hardy Boys did have a meeting with Triple H today. Mustafa Ali sounds like he is done with TNA. I could see him coming back to the WWE. No, he wouldn't because he left under Triple H. So I doubt it.
That dude is absolute trash.
Sophie says Wingstop will be right next to the Prime logo tomorrow night. Nice.
I heard that.
Chris says Ohio's finest at 1 point. Bliss. It's a suburb of Cleveland. Some heat alerts until Saturday p.m. Good God. How many fires are there? There's at least 12,000.
Yeah.
He's going to get him another banner. Is it of him?
That's awesome. They have a musical.
I guess. Wow. Chris says he stole the Prime truck. Oh no. Ew. It's terrible for the environment. So if it says, do you think WWE will give London SummerSlam before they give them a Mania? would you be so upset? He's gonna go advertise it around the whole city.
Look at all those cars parked. They're like 3 deep. Like you're stuck in there till other people
you would
leave.
never be able to leave. They're trying to keep up with the AC repair demands over there, and the heat wave was 104 degrees.
Her man bun probably keeps her cool.
It's a messy bed for ladies, sir. So when I went to work this morning, and I got there, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 fire trucks went by, an ambulance, and the fire EMS. I was like, I wonder what's happening. Like, that's a lot.
Sounds like a lot.
It sounds like a lot. Like, I was like, is a house on fire? Because that is a lot of woo-woos going somewhere.
Woo!
Sophie says, do you think WWE... Oh, we already asked that. Did you want to try to answer it?
Oh, what was that?
Do you think WWE will give London SummerSlam before they give them a Mania?
I don't know why it would matter, but I think they're going to have both there at some point. That's capitalism, baby. That's how it works. AEW puts their shit on. They're going to just do it around the same time. See how many tickets people buy.
Yep. Chris says tag title match. Yep, the ladies. Matt Dragonslayer Galligan's in the chat. Matt, good to see you tonight. Says LOL. Aww. I like it when people laugh at all the things we talk about.
Yeah.
So it says next year will mark like over 30 years since London hosted a SummerSlam. And Chris is like, participants trophy. Yeah, participation trophy, people. Oh no, the accused kidnapper is in court. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, here it is. Women's Championship.
It's the Women's Tag Championship. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna come down and mess it up for him? Oh,
Jade.
wait, it doesn't matter. They aren't on this one. There's 2 women's. No, there's only one set of women's tag team titles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's her face? Shayna and them will probably have to be down there.
Yeah, Shayna.
Because they want the tag team titles. Zoe and them. And, what's her face? What's that lady? That...
Shayna.
Sonya
Oh,
Deville.
I thought that's who you were talking about.
I had the 2 that are the tag team. I just couldn't remember the 3rd person that's with them.
Right.
That sound fun?
I don't know what that is.
Stuff says with the Miz hosting tomorrow, who knows what surprises they have in store? Yeah, I don't know.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Surprise, 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 surprise. Rob is like, tag match this one heck of a SmackDown. Yeah, it's going to be both the men's and the ladies. Lucky you. He was accused. Here's the timeline of his accusatory child napping. You probably shouldn't name your van that. It's the child napper.
It's so they could take naps.
Yeah, that's probably...
The kidnapper?
The kidnapper. Sophie says, it sounds like the Women's Tag Team Championship are doing what they were created for by having them defended across all 3 brands. Yeah, not in NXT, though. I don't think they do anything in NXT.
Yeah, 2 brands.
Not 3. Just 2. Good God. Yeah, I think he should face the death penalty. Look at his face. There's something wrong with it. Oh, no. The death penalty.
It says
worry.
we're good through the 13th.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't think it was now. I thought it was...
It's just on my alarm thing.
It's fine.
Oh,
I'll do it today, though.
I sent you some info.
I saw you did. Thank you. Wow. Wow. So it says, do you think they will give us Logan Paul versus John Cena on Cena's retirement tour?
Why?
Why do we need it?
Why would we want Cena to put over Paul when it's his retirement turn?
Yeah, and that Paul can pretty much handle his own. It's not like he's like some green, wet behind the ears guy. Chris says they both so hot, but Alba is hotter. I was like, is that foam flying about? I don't know. We'll find out when it pops up on our TV, I guess. Chris is like, I want Cena to put over Joe Hendry. Because Drew giving him a A-OK wasn't good enough. So it was like Logan Paul mentioned he wants to wrestle John Cena. You knew that was going to happen. No, I don't know. It's hard. I got my feeling. I'll take it up with your dignitaries. I don't think you're making friends. Oh no.
We have enough to get 60 days free. See the fidelity points?
Oh.
We have 2,400.
Oh, cool.
So after this one, we'll have closer. I don't remember how many we get per.
I don't either.
It's Jade. Gun show.
Yeah, stinging. Chris is like, it's asbestos. Oh, good God.
Asbestos. I don't know what that is a joke about, but that's hilarious.
Brandon Stevens like, Unholy Union is coming. The Unholy Union is back. So he says, hopefully they have a plan for the person who wins between Logan and LA Knight. Like, who that person going to feud with in the next few months. So he says, LA Knight is like a mini Stone Cold and The Rock.
Yeah, but without the wrestling talent.
That's mean.
But he's pretty damn good on the mic.
Poor LA Knight.
I don't think he has the full-blown charisma as The Rock either.
No.
Like the ability to get everybody, other than his catchphrases. Like The Rock can go out there and go one-on-one with The Miz.
Mm-hmm.
And it would just be exciting to watch. Where LA can't. Stone Cold wouldn't be able to either. All he'd be able to do is say, yeah, or what? What?
Yeah, it's just one of those things, like, and The Miz, like, has grown, so even if they do, quote-unquote, roast him a little bit, like, he gives it right back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's just a different kind of guy and stuff. And the fact that he has no qualms to, like, hurt your feelings. Like, he will bring truth into it. And and that's what Miz's burns are a little bit different than, like, The Rock's burns. It's just a different monster. The Miz doesn't mince shit. Like, he will literally come after the core of your being.
Mm-hmm. That's why John Cena appreciates him.
Mm-hmm.
Fire Dawn. Dawn Fire.
Mm-hmm.
The Fire of Dawn. What's funny is my sister's a redhead and her middle name is Dawn.
That's pretty funny.
Fallaway slams.
So, Sophie says the Unholy Union did defend their championships this past Tuesday on NXT. Chris says, LOL, so Isla Dawn looks like this one XXX star I've seen before. I can't unsee it. That's usually how it goes. Chris says, do you think the women in wrestling can go versus men promo-wise like Charlotte or Bliss versus a Miz or MJF and Rock's promos?
Charlotte can not go with the top men, but she could definitely go one-on-one. Yeah. Bliss in her prime could have. I don't know, and she still might be able to do it, but they can't do it as a weird little girl with a doll.
Yeah. It would have to be Bliss the Goddess.
The Goddess.
Like her character when she was kind of a bitch, she could roast anybody up one side and down the other. It's a talent that you have to not care what they say back. And that's where, like, they get flustered. Any of them do. LA Knight, like, even, like, Logan Paul can, roast him pretty good. And he doesn't care what they say about him. No. Because he's such a good actor about it that he can act like he's like, but in all reality, what he says back is, again, like...
He deals with trolls
all the
past
time, right?
20 years or whatever.
Right. So he knows. That's what I see. That's how I see it from the perspective of only watching this for a while, of what you mean by good talkers. Like, I think that's why I like The Miz, is because he just is him unapologetically.
But Charlotte's pretty damn mean. But Miz would go right after her, her dad.
It would be a complete Nepo baby crap. It would be like, this was handed to you on a silver platter.
Always is. That's what Charlotte has to deal with every time.
Every time. But his would be so much worse. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the thing about... That's what I was saying about Miz. Like, you cannot... And he's grown so much over the course of being with the WWE, and his abilities to shit talk, his ability to talk back, because he does not care what you say about him, because he's confident in himself.
And he started at the very bottom. He didn't have anybody to open the door for him. He opened the door himself. He was exiled out of the fucking back, so he has no respect for the veterans.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing, it's just perfect.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, I don't care about you.
Exactly.
And I definitely don't care what you talk about.
Yeah. I mean, you think about, like, the one that I remember the most that we talk about is, I didn't see this in person. It was an after thing that I saw, like, of his highlights and stuff, is him literally roasting Enzo Amore.
Yeah, that was bad.
Like, you want to take somebody who was a good talker, like Enzo was a good talker, kind of like LA Knight, he had his things, catchphrases, kind of did his stuff. Everybody thought he was just amazing. And then he went up against The Miz. And I think he was about to cry. Like, I bet you they had to do something to stop what was happening, because The Miz was literally going to murder him with words.
He did murder him with words.
And he's never been the same since. Like, ever. Like, he literally has become nothing. And that's, that's the difference. That's what I mean by the difference. Like, the same with LA Knight. Who was it that they had him go up against? They had to stop The Miz?
The Miz.
They had to stop because they couldn't have that, because it made LA Knight look stupid. Mm-hmm. And The Miz will not let up. He will bring out the truth. And if you can't handle the truth, if you can't handle the fact that he's going to nitpick every single thing about you, and it doesn't matter what it is, everything, from the time you were a child to the time you're an adult, every aspect of your career, because he expects it back and he knows how to retaliate against it. He's just a whole different monster. A whole different monster.
Did she not get it? She didn't get the tag.
Oh no. Not the apron ripping.
Jade's got something on her back. I noticed it earlier.
What? What is that?
What's that on her back? I think it's her ass.
That's her ass?
That's her ass. That girl almost died. Isladon, or the other one, Fire. I didn't think she was going to get over. I thought she was just going to break her neck.
That's funny. This is that unholy union in NXT is done.
No Tiffany Stratton tonight. It's kind of a disappointment. Maybe we'll see her just for a second after this match or something.
Sophie said when LA Nate first came over from NXT, his role was going to be like the one they were talking about giving to Adam Cole before Adam Cole left. Chris says because back in the day, Rock and Cena and Jericho would roast Stephanie McMahon's boob jokes.
Oh my God. Jericho was so funny with that. You know, it was because she had small boobs. She had nothing. And she went and got them done to those magnificent things they are today. And, yeah, it completely changed her everything. Her looks, everything just changed. She became famous.
That's funny.
Yeah, I could just stepped on her hand. She's like, let me get my hand out of the way.
Sophie's like, The Miz did almost get released like after his first year on the roster. Yeah, because he was an asshole.
And nobody liked him.
It was because he had such a bad attitude. It was his attitude. It really was. And nobody wanted to work with him because he was such a shithead. Chris says Zelina probably could go versus Min promo.
She does okay. But there again, it depends on the men.
Mm-hmm. Sophie says WWE is thinking about bringing Ronda back for a third run with the company.
That's okay.
She can, I guess. She's pregnant and having a baby, so
she's very pregnant right now.
Chris says, I feel like Mariah May could be a bitch promo-wise, like Bliss, based on what I've seen in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few girls that I think will do good. The thing is WWE's been hiring people that can't cut promos, and I don't understand that. When their whole company was built on promos.
Yeah, and talking. And it's like all of a sudden they forgot that they have to talk.
They just hired 2 new women that are going to show up in the next month and a half, 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
That are very talented.
But have no words.
But they don't even speak English. At least one of them does. I don't know about that Gulia or whatever.
Oh, so she cost him. I was wondering who was going to cost him.
So she with them then?
I guess.
They're like, let's put her with her because they're basically... She's irrelevant.
Well, that and they all have the same type of accent, so I guess it works.
Oh, yeah. It's the Vince McMahon treatment.
Looks like it to me.
Where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? Oh, nice. That'll work. Uh-oh, Jade. Oh, fuck you.
Holy
She's got kicked.
Shit. Oh, good God.
That's funny. I think she got pump kicked right in the arm.
Maybe.
Oh, God. What was that?
That was her not being able to lift her up, I guess.
Blair's hurting her. Where is Bianca? Oh, she's in the ring.
She's in the ring having a
Oh,
problem. Jesus
shit.
fucking Christ.
That works. That chair should have been this way.
Shouldn't even have been there.
So there's 3 of... Oh, fuck you. That means we're going to see fucking the Usos' wife. Quitter with them.
Yep.
Fuck. I'm like, who are they going to put with them? And then I forgot. There's the race.
Yeah, Fraser.
Is this dudes?
No, it's women.
Oh.
But Fraser. Right there, I think.
Yeah. So is this qualifying then?
It's a
Oh,
heat,
wow.
8 of 8.
That girl in number 2 won. What'd she run it in? See if they're faster than me in high school.
I mean, Fraser's not American, but she's Jamaican.
Yeah, the Jamaicans are
Jesus,
fast.
she's fucking fast. She's done so good in every Olympic that we've seen her in. And the French lady too, the one that got first in that heat, she has too though.
Yeah, the Jamaicans are always fast.
Yeah, Toulouse Smith. I remember her name from the last couple Olympics. And Fraser Price. Look at there. 10.87 it looked like was on the thing.
Ouch. He wanted his mommy to win. She finished second.
She's still a winner, buddy. There. 10.87, 10.92, 11.8.
Yeah.
For the qualifying.
And they want boys to run against them. That's crazy.
Well, they don't care about women or women's stuff, so I guess it doesn't make a difference anymore. They basically just want to get rid of women, so I want to see them. Those ones that want to be women have babies.
It's not going to work that way.
I want it to happen. They should just put a uterus on them and see what happens. Make them carry a baby. They think they can. I just want to see it happen. Heat 2.
What she's in? Shikari?
Yeah, the women's semifinal Heat 2. Shikari. I think it's Kari. Or is it Carrie?
It's Shikari.
Shikari?
Shikari.
Okay.
If you open that drawer.
What about it? What am I doing? I don't want to hear anything. Is that what you're trying to do?
Well, yeah. But
Oh, no, I don't care. I could just
I do.
I know that you want to hear it.
Once it happens.
Oh, okay.
So I was trying to get the remote, but.
Is it this one?
Mm-hmm. Is that Argus in the toilet?
No, he's probably just in the bathroom. Let's see. Congrats, Ronda. She's pregnant. Oh. Sophie said, congrats, Ronda. She is pregnant with her second child. And Sophie said, when Charlotte comes back, does she do like she did the last time she came back from injury by cashing in on a championship match?
I hope so. I mean,
Maybe.
The women's division has been suffering since she's been gone. There's no one. Even Bayley isn't doing well as a champion. And she's good, but she is nothing. There's nothing happening. Is she wrestling tomorrow? She's wrestling tomorrow against Nia, huh?
Yeah.
About damn time. That one could definitely be a title change. And if they do that, then one of the mid-card titles might not change. I don't see him changing 3.
I don't either, but you never know with him. H does some weird shit sometimes, so. Chris says, and Miz is married to Maurice. Damn it. Fuck, I care about being roasted in his mindset. So he says, for a while it seemed like they didn't know what to do with The Miz when he first came to the WWE. And Chris says, yeah, Enzo still is a catchphrase guy on indies. So he says most of the Miz hazing was done by the bully JBL and other legends. I don't feel that JBL's a bully. Chris says, but yeah, the ultimate test will be MJF versus Miz. I'm sure Miz will win, but only because he doesn't have to cuss like MJF. MJF would lose immediately against the Miz.
Oh, no, you wouldn't want to do that. He would be exposed like a nerve on a tooth.
He is...
It won't work.
He would never be able to keep up. Like, it would just be an embarrassment. Like, sad embarrassment.
They have to... Like, obviously people want to see that, but it'll go so bad so fast.
They would have to literally tell The Miz to curtail some of the stuff he would come out with.
And he's not going to.
And he wouldn't. He would get so mad. Like, not really mad, but like, he would just be like, no, this is how we're going to play this game. All right.
Maybe.
Because MJF would try to bring it personal. And The Miz would be like, oh, you want to play that game? Okay. And he would bring it personal. And MJF would be a loser face, and he probably would cry.
We've already seen MJF get roasted by people like, what's his name? The little pebble.
Oh, yeah. Ricky Starks.
Starks and shit.
Yeah,
and Starks isn't even on that level.
He did. He did get him pretty good. He got in some pretty good shots. Chris says, but yeah, I read that one. Sophie
no
says,
way. Oh!
oh, God. Jesus. Sophie says, thank God John Cena came up with that famous rap backstage, or else he would have gotten released, and who knows how that would have affected his career. Chris is like, Blair. Yep, she came out, and Sophie says Stephanie was the women's champion for 4 months. Chris says Davenport, another girl who's jelly because Will Ospreay moved on. Julia will be fine, but Stephanie should have a mouthpiece. Sophie says it's funny, a couple months ago, Ronda badmouthed working for the WWE, and now she says she wishes she works for the WWE under the new regime that is running it.
Yeah, well, Triple H would be different with her than Vince was.
Yeah, and the only reason why she's all up in the nose with it is because of the association with UFC. That's the only reason why. And I still think she's a dumb bitch, so. Sophie says Blair Davenport just got married to a guy who is still in NXT, and Chris is like, yep, Blair married to a Chase U guy.
Oh, no. That's hilarious.
Sophie says, imagine if The Miz did get released by the WWE all those years ago. Wonder where he would be now.
Working at a supermarket.
Who knows? But you know what? That's why he was called the hardest working man in WWE.
Yeah.
And still is to this day.
John Cena
the hardest working guy in WWE is The Miz.
That's John Cena's mouth.
Hate him or love him. And I bet you anything, he is respected by all of those people there. No matter what.
That's why he still has a job, but doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
You very rarely see him do anything.
Exactly. Sophie says about John Cena versus MJF in our promo battle, that will be interesting. Oh my God, MJF wouldn't make it. He just wouldn't make it. You don't understand. You guys are putting him up against people that would just run over him like he's nothing.
That would be fun. I mean, John Cena would call him all the names.
He would school that boy.
It would be funny, though.
Well, I find it hilarious because it would be funny. Because MJF thinks he's this badass talker. And
MJF signed like a 5-year deal with AEW, by the way. He's not going
anywhere.
anywhere.
He's not going anywhere at this point.
And he got a tattoo on his ankle. Calf.
So he said, Tony Khan said he is open to rebranding Ring of Honor and call it AEW Ring of Honor. How disgusting and atrocious.
I'm okay
for
with
Ring
that.
of Honor.
I mean, it's basically gone now anyways. They need to do something with it.
Yeah, the minute he took it over, they like disappeared off the face of the planet.
I'd like to see them put that also on the network when they go to HBO Max. Mm-hmm. If they put that on HBO Max, where you can actually watch it, that'd be pretty cool. I'd watch it. See what's the hell's happening over there.
Mm-hmm. True.
Because that's the hardest part. Hey, remember what I said after this match? Maybe we'll see something about Tiffany.
Yeah.
She's still not on it, though.
Right, it's about Nia and Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
Sophie's like, I heard Tom Cruise is going to do something at the final night of the Olympics. Is he going to parkour off some shit? Jump on a couch, break an ankle?
They're trying to put all the cows back in after they left the gate open.
Yeah, it's not going to work. They can go fuck off. Sophie says, I don't see both King and Queen of the Ring winners win tomorrow. I could see only one. Sophie says, if MJF does come to the WWE, I don't expect him to last in the company that long. Sophie's like, I like The Miz. That's funny. You're a very rare person. Most people don't like him at all. Chris says a new clip of Total Divas came up on Facebook. He has tons of Vince-type rules for staying at his home. Chris says Cena said, wear clean shoes, throw all trash, girls sleep upstairs, guys retreat to cigar room. If you stay up late, text him. Lots of rules, man.
It's awesome.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Anyways, Chris is like, oh shit, Tiffany Green segment. What do you mean Tiffany Green? Tiffy Tiff. Here it is.
Here we go.
There it is.
And everything's 30% off right now.
It's Tiffy time. She's perfect. Isn't that adorable?
So adorable.
Do they have it for sale yet, Travis?
I'm looking. I don't know how to spell brief. There it is.
Oh, God.
It's right there. It's expensive as fuck.
I bet.
If I can hurry and get on there. Are you gonna order it? It's pre-order, so you have to order it. Do you have a payment method? Or will it do it through PayPal?
It'll do it through PayPal. I've done it there before.
Yeah, I didn't get the Damian Priest one, and now you can't find it.
Right.
So you almost got to just grab them right as they come. But it looks like you're locked in. Entering to the menace. All right, are we going to get new tag team champions? Fingers crossed.
Did they have a 30% off code?
Orders over.
I wonder if that would work.
Pinfall. And it's capital PINFALL. Supposedly it should be 30% off. Does it work?
Oh, they're excluded. I figured because it's a pre-order. I was just wondering if it would be, but it's not.
What's the little strap for? Is she supposed to wear it like a purse?
Probably.
Like Indiana Jones. It's a satchel.
Okay.
Look at this dude running. Look at this guy.
There it is. Done. The one in first?
Oh my gosh. No, that guy, he went from like 6th to 4th.
Wow.
Or whatever. Like just kind of trying to get around everybody.
Huh.
I think that was our American.
No, it was the Great Britain guy, but the American qualified at least. He came in 5th on that. Let's see. Chris says they definitely need to be a team. Like, have them be rude to each other, then slowly become friends. Chris says, speaking of ordering, I am so happy I found a Verlander Stroh's jersey on MLB Shop in my size. That's awesome, man.
That's pretty
Sophie
cool.
says Michael Cole re-signed with the WWE. Where else is he going to fucking go? He's been there for like 80 years. You guys make it sound like he's like going to be somewhere else. That's weird.
Go to the NWA or something.
Right?
us women. I take it that she's not going to run before 8.
I doubt it. They were showing a whole bunch of other stuff before, so who knows?
So the final for them will be not tomorrow, but the next day then?
Yeah, probably Sunday would be my guess. Right? For the women's track.
I'll have to look it up. Give them a day of rest. Most track meets you don't rest, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
You do your race and then you race in the final.
Yeah, it probably just depends on their timelines and stuff. I'm just not sure. I know we knew that track and field was going to be like yesterday and today and this weekend, but I don't know when everything's at. Didn't you have a whole list of stuff or something?
I did, but I don't think I saved it.
Oh, okay.
I just had her print it or say it to me.
Oh. No, you showed me a chat thing of her.
I know.
Or a...
On ChatGPT.
Oh, was that where it was at? Oh.
Could be here. Oh, here it is. So yeah, I did save it in my Olympic section.
Oh.
Okay, men's track events. So women's track events. So the 100 was at 2 in the morning. No day. Oh, the first. What day are we on?
Today's the 2nd, so that was qualifying.
Yeah, and then the main should be at 2 a.m. today. I wonder if that's like a day off. Like, so it's actually the 3rd. So it's in the morning on the 3rd.
Maybe.
I'll just ask her again.
So it says the Sphere in Vegas could be used for wrestling. That could be interesting.
I am
funny.
so excited. I hope they do it because UFC is going to do a huge show there in September. And I know what Vince would do. He would do a bigger show there. So, and I don't know if Triple H has that type of ambition.
Yeah.
To outdo the, it's the same company now, but.
Ew, gross.
Ew.
Ew.
They touched each other on TV.
Spaghetti and Mr. Spaghetti, disgusting. Nobody cares about any of you people. Ugh, gross. It's so just garbage heap of shit. So it says, I know the Miz before he came into the WWE, like the real world Miz, and he did Tough Enough. Yep. Old Caleb winning 5 gold medals in Tokyo. Why have you been winning golds here, mister? Just kidding. So he says, remember the Miz going off on Daniel Bryan during that Talking Smack show?
Since you're in Mountain Times on the Women's Final in Paris will take place at 1:20 p.m. on Saturday. It's at 1 o'clock on Saturday.
So tonight at 1:20? Like,
no, it's p.m.
Oh, 1:20 p.m. our time on Saturday. Okay. I wasn't sure if it'd be Saturday or Sunday. I was like, I don't know how they do that.
Yeah, they usually don't give you a lot of rest.
Well, I didn't think so, but I wasn't sure how their schedule was. So I didn't know if I was like, I didn't know if she qualified today or if it was yesterday she qualified. So they must have qualified yesterday for that race. I don't know.
They're showing it now, so it was today. Earlier.
Oh, okay. He's got freedom on his shoulder. Just kidding.
I see ya. Well, it's like 10 minutes left.
Yeah. Does that mean that they're going to lose or win? You think the Bloodline people are going to win it?
No. I wish they would, but Cody will interfere somehow or something. Like, because they got to build up for tomorrow.
Right. I get it. I mean, I know. Okay, so I don't really want either one of them to have
Oh, I
those
hate
titles, personally.
I'd rather have the bloodline,
And I
though.
seriously don't want the fucking Wish version of whatever this is supposed to be and this weird group of people to win shit.
I'm okay with Jacob Fatu and the other dude winning the titles. Because I just hate the other team that much.
Somebody says, they finally gave Tiffy her pink briefcase, about time.
Just bought it.
I could see Chelsea Green get the Money in the Bank next year.
Yeah, she should have this year.
I feel like she should have this year too.
Hopefully she's King of the Ring next year and she flaunts it.
Queen of the Ring, yeah.
Just the whole thing. Crown, robe, scepter, gets carried around by dudes with in
Right.
a chair. The whole 9 yards.
Excuse me.
I want to talk to your manager.
I'm going to talk to whoever's in charge. That's what she'd always say to him. I'm going to talk to whoever's in charge. He's like, I am in charge. No, you're not. I want to talk to whoever's really in charge. When she first came on.
Somebody call Joe Biden. eBay Motors is sponsoring this.
So this is almost most of the roster have great music and the rest, they all sound the same. Robert Warney's in the chat again, says, are y'all ready for SummerSlam tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Forgot about it, but yes.
Yeah. We're as ready as we can be, Robert, right? Like, it's going to happen.
Yeah, we will be here, so you can hang out with us. Should be exciting. I keep forgetting it's tomorrow night. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to miss the race. I wouldn't miss it, obviously, but...
Right.
But SummerSlam's at night, so we'll be fine. Although I do think there's a boxing match tomorrow.
Oh.
But it's fine, we can watch it, too. Wrestling always ends early. Got about 7 minutes left, 6 minutes left.
And commercial. Robert says, yeah, you're right. I'll be here, too, for SummerSlam. Nice. That's your partying, huh? You're going to party with us. Nice. So he says that means tomorrow the Olympics won't be on Peacock tomorrow because of SummerSlam. What? What do you mean?
Who's... What? No, stop.
What do you mean, Sophie? Like...
You do realize that the WWE Network is part of...
Apps
Peacock.
don't work the same way as TV stations.
Like, it's its own little app
Oh.
inside of Peacock off to the side. Like, when you go in there, you go to the WWE section. So, the Olympics are going to be on there if they're supposed to be. It's not going to preempt it.
Yeah.
It'll just be under a different section.
Robert's like, yep, I'm going to party because I got it.
Need to get her something, too, to
Perfect.
party with. What are you going to party with?
I don't know. I just need some ice. Put that vodka in the fridge. And I've got that Huckleberry lemonade out there.
Don't tempt me. I might drink that shit, too. It looks so good. I don't know why.
I know. I'm just like, God damn, that looks delicious. I mean, the thing of it is it's not very high alcohol content. So it's kind of weird. But, like, whatever. It's because it looks like juice. So he says Johnny Gargano or Mr. Spaghetti couldn't make the SummerSlam card in his hometown. I guess this is the consolation prize.
Of course he can't make it.
They're a tag team. They don't usually put tag teams on big pay-per-views. BBC News. BBC News.
Were they in our chat?
Yeah.
The BBC News.
This is fake news, BBC News. I feel like this might be fake news. I feel like you came in here to give us fake news, but we'll read it anyways.
It's fake news.
Here's your fake news. It's breaking news. Tony Khan, one of the founders of AEW, suffered a heart attack at home and fell to the ground. He died at the age of 42 after being rescued on the way to the hospital.
He was rescued. That's, rescue doesn't mean you die.
I love it. It's the perfect headline. Thanks, BBC News. You rock.
I'm not even going to fact check that. That's awesome.
It's trust me, bro. Totally trust me, bro. Chris says, y'all can have some food while watching SummerSlam. Might have pizza and wings. Ooh, you're going to have pizza and wings? Nice. I don't know. What kind of shit you want for our SummerSlam? Hamburgers? Hamburgers and hot dogs? SummerSlam barbecue?
Can.
Want me to get some ribs and put them in the crock pot? Make barbecue ribs?
They'll be messy. Would they be bone in or bone out?
Those boned ribs that I got that one time and did?
I don't remember, but sure.
You don't?
Maybe. I kind of do.
You don't have to. I don't.
I remember, kind of.
Sophie says, wonder how Peacock handles having the Olympics and the pay-per-view on the same day.
It's fine. It's just on different sections. There's something for everybody on Peacock. They even have a kids section, I think.
You have to remember, Sophie, that the Olympics are on their primetime station. Like, they're going to have a designated section on their app, but there's also a designated section for movies and other TV shows that aren't even playing anymore, and wrestling and stuff, so.
Yeah.
Go, Dressel. Get her done, buddy. Oh, wait, is he not out there? Is he out there?
I think so. His wife's
Don't
cheering.
let the French people win.
His wife's in the audience. She's pretty.
He didn't even get a medal.
Maybe he wasn't out there then. He's too good to not medal.
He better be good.
I love how they wear two hats. It always makes me laugh when they pull one off and there's still another
Well,
one.
they have to, like,
Cover
make
their
sure
glasses.
that their glasses stay on.
A lot of bro love in there.
All the bros.
White noise off the top 1, 2, and the Tiny Tongan kicked out.
Oh, no, not the Tiny Tongan.
I'm not even listening to this match.
So, Sophie said Jimmy Uso could interfere. Is he back? Chris says they'll remember the Collins beat the McMahons.
Yeah.
It was so funny, the girl falling to knees after a boxing match, like it was fucking anime or something.
Yeah, because she lost to a dude.
Chris, you never answered my questions about that. I don't understand why it's so funny. Like, really, I don't know why it's funny. Sophie says almost everyone who won King of the Ring are either retired, work for a different company, or still active. Or dead. I forgot to mention that. Oh no, not the past King of the Ring people being dead.
Did you just say every option available?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
They're retired, work for a different company, or still active, or they're dead. They're all of the above. It's so strange how that works out.
They're one of the above. It's fine.
Well, at least you covered all the bases, Sophie. That's all that counts.
100% they're one of those.
Exactly. I mean, you can't miss. Chris was like, because goddamn overreacting.
Yeah, but it's because
I don't want to get into it with you, Chris.
it was a
I might ban you.
It was an XY chromosome versus an XX chromosome. That's the facts. There's no disputing that.
Yeah.
That's it.
The girl that you're laughing about quit after 40 seconds, got hit twice, was because it was a man hitting her. A man. Not a woman. A man.
XY. You don't even have to call him a man, just XY. Uh-oh, what's happening? Solo. There's a spike. Okay. Something good might happen here.
Oh no.
Something good might happen here.
Oh no, he's got him. Oh.
What the
Just
hell
roll
was
out of the
that?
ring real quick. Mr. Spaghetti's like, I don't go out like that, man.
Well, I don't know what kind of move he hit him with. Was that the spider monkey or something?
I don't know what
That
it
was the
is.
weirdest finishing move I've ever seen in my life. What is this, the Miana 2?
Yeah. The second one.
Huh. Why would they make a Miana 2?
Moana?
Was the first one a big hit?
It had a pretty good
Is there a rock
following.
in it?
wasn't
Is that the Rock?
Yeah,
again?
he's back in it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I don't know what more storyline they could do with it. I figured it's like them trying to make something out of nothing. Like, it's like, oh, the first one was pretty good. Like, let's make another one and see if we can continue this stupid storyline to something else. I mean, I guess they could because...
Isn't she queen now or something?
No, not necessarily. It's more along the lines of moving
Look
from
at him. He didn't sell it
another.
all. Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, he's like, I would never.
Thrust
I'm
kick.
so much more amazing.
Pop up. Samoan slam. Splash. What do they call that?
Chris
Samoan
is
drop.
like, I know. Why?
Jacob
No,
Fatu.
I'm on her side. It's sad, man. I just don't think it's funny. Like, her reaction is not funny. Her reaction
1, 2,
is exactly how
3.
it should
New
be.
tag team champions. Triple H did something right.
No.
Write it down. Take a note.
I don't feel it's right. I don't feel like they should have gotten championships yet. I get it, not liking the other team, but this is fucking dumb as fuck.
Wait, hold on. What?
I get not liking DIY having them.
Well,
Okay,
yeah,
I
so
get
somebody
that.
else has to have them.
But this made up fucking shit that just barely came on the scene is dumb as fuck.
Right. Normally I don't like that, but in this case...
Well, let's put it this way. They're going to make it so that they're like, well, now they're going to have them forever. So they'll never change to anybody else now. Congratulations. It is now on their quote-unquote fucking made-up bloodline crap that they want to keep going for some ungodly reason, thinking it's cool.
The Usos,
And now they're going to have it for how long?
till the Usos beat them. It's
No,
perfect
that's not
storytelling.
going to happen.
It's perfect storytelling.
That won't come back.
Jimmy and Jay, WrestleMania, tag team champions.
Tomorrow is SummerSlam's tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is dumb. Fucking retarded. I don't even know why they bother.
Put it on Solo. Because he's their tribal chief. They're all going to turn on Solo when Roman comes back. Because Roman's the real tribal chief. And they've never been in front of somebody with that type of excellence.
Just, it's not, I don't even consider it the bloodline. I don't even know what you would call this. This isn't even the bloodline.
I know
This
we've
is
already
garbage.
we've discussed this for
It's
forever.
fucking Wish, whatever you would call it.
Yeah. Team U.
Pretending to be something. Anyway, so it's like, how often does the hometown person win in their hometown?
50% of the time.
So he says, whenever I go to Peacock, when a WWE pay-per-view on, it takes me there live.
Yeah, it's on the front screen, but you can just push to the side.
Chris says, see you for SummerSlam. And David Warwick in the chat, hey, David, says, if the Bloodline gets all the gold, I quit watching WWE wrestling anymore.
It's not happening.
So he says, see you for hopefully unforgettable SummerSlam.
Yes.
Yeah, unforgettable.
It should be
right.
very forgettable.
All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it. That was the Go Home Show for SmackDown for SummerSlam's pay-per-view tomorrow. Don't forget, it is on an hour earlier than it normally is, and that would be
7 Eastern.
7 Eastern time. They are going to have a pre-show. I don't know if they're going to have matches on the pre-show, but I guess their pre-show is going to be pretty long.
It starts at like 4.
Yeah, it's like crazy. So I'm not sure if they'll have matches. We probably won't cover, like, be on here for those, but we'll be here for the main stuff. And if there were matches, we'll give you some highlights. All right, everybody. Good night. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.